Thank you for listening to Lone Star Community Radio. This program was broadcasted and recorded live from the LSCR studios in downtown Conroe, Texas. Lone Star Community Radio is supported by listeners like you. Donate and sponsor today. For more information on getting involved with Lone Star Community Radio, contact us at lscrstudios@gmail.com or visit us online at www.irlonestar.com.
Thank you for taking time to cruise in for Car Club Talk with Robert, Randy, and Dana. And hey, all three of us are in the studio today. Think about that. That's doesn't happen that often anymore. Welcome to our home in Lone Star Community Radio Studios, housed here in Conroe Tower, and the county where the official flag of Lone Star State was born. I'm Randy Weldon, along with Robert Helmer. This is Dana Pritchard, and sequestered back in the sound booth / safe room is our sound engineer and producer, Dick Schischler. We are broadcasting from Lone Star Community Radio on 104.5 and 106.1 FM and streaming worldwide on irlonestar.com, YouTube, and Facebook. And if you want to get directly to our show, it's irlonestar.com/CCCT. So, Robert, who do we have on the show today?
All right. Hello, everyone. I'm Robert Helmer, and I'm glad to be back in the seat again.
Yeah, nice to see you, man.
And on today's show, we have Donna, Jean. How did you pronounce that last name?
Deshazer.
Deshazer.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought it was Donna and Henry.
It is Henry. Henry's coming along with her. That's her husband.
Well, who's Jean?
Donna Jean. That's
her name is Donna Jean.
Yeah.
We are in the South.
Yeah. And so they have a car collection. They're from Magnolia, Texas. They have a car collection. They took all their cars to Chick-fil-A and put on a great display. They have about 20 cars. And what was really cool about it was they hired constables to escort them from their house to the Chick-fil-A. And all the cars are being driven all at one time. So it made a great
So they brought their personal collection out.
Their personal collection.
They had an escort.
They had an escort.
To get there from their where they housed the car.
They have 3 or 4 constables, and that's got a great video of that. So
I heard about this car show. I didn't make it, obviously. So
yeah. And one thing about the collection is they're all the like 1950 Thunderbirds. Let's see. She's got like 4 Mustangs and 3 Corvettes, and they're all mint. And also she has a VW bus that she's very proud of. It's the one with the was it 17 window van?
Yeah, the original.
The original, yeah, it's really nice and put a really great display. Had mannequins and everything, and they're like they're having a picnic out there. So it's like made a really great display.
Yeah, that was the original van. That it was more of a something on the West Coast. You know, it got popular in the West Coast, and the whole beach thing and all that.
But they are very increased in value. The value of them has gone out.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. Hey, you mentioned they've got Mustangs. That's the thing that caught my attention when I did see the pictures was Pinky.
Pinky is also their horses.
If you don't know Pinky,
sold Mustang. He sold it to her.
Yep.
And she has Pinky, and Pinky's got a great history.
Oh boy, it does.
And we get her to tell us about Pinky and the history of Pinky.
Excellent. You got anything to talk about before those folks come?
Yeah, let's get to some.
They're going to be here in the studio, right?
They're going to be here in the studio.
All right.
Let's see. We can get to some automotive.
We got Donna Jean coming in, and we got Dana Jean sitting over here.
Yeah. Okay.
What?
Did you hear about the Dodge Charger EV that got a exhaust being too loud ticket?
They got a ticket for being too loud.
Yes.
All right. Now, where's the problem now with the sound and all the EV thing?
Okay. You remember there was a recall on these starters because it's supposed to be programmed to have a exhaust sound to it, and they didn't have it at the time. The computer was not working. There was no sound coming, so they had to recall everything to come back in, and now evidently they got it fixed. But now the sound is so loud that police are pulling these EVs over, and the owners are telling them, "Look, I can't turn it down. There's no volume knob here." But one way you can turn it down, and they may not know this. You know how you have traction modes in your car in the Mustang? You got sports mode, you got track mode, and you got regular driving mode. They have to go into the settings and change the mode, I guess normal driving mode, and it will lower the sound. If they're in track mode or any other or sports mode, the sound is going to get louder.
Is this an engine sound, or is this some sort of like whirring electrical motor sound?
It's an engine sound amplified through speakers.
See, man, there's a solution for everything. So now let's see you poo-poo the EVs.
Well,
they're too loud. I heard you. I heard you.
I don't complain about the noise. I'm just saying he got a ticket.
I don't complain about it. I need hearing aids, but that's a different story.
So, there's something else that you have to worry about with the EVs.
What's that?
Now they're too loud.
Now they're too loud. It's just that one more thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. And let's see. The other one was the Mustang. The Mustang is being recalled, but it doesn't have a fix.
It's the rear camera, though, right?
No. This one here.
Yeah, I haven't heard about this recall.
It actually leaks to the body control module, and that's over there by the passenger seat, by the post, by the firewall.
Wait a minute. We talking about what's the body control? Are we talking about the brake control module?
No, it's like the computer. Okay, where the computer's at underneath the glove compartment.
What's it leaking?
Water is getting into it. Okay. And it's causing all kinds of problems. Lights are going out, the blinker's not working, the side light's not working. Yeah. They actually had the recall first, and then Ford called it off because it was just affecting just a few. Now they're starting to see more happening and more complaints come in, so now they did the actual recall, and it's for 25 to 26 Mustangs, and but there is no remedy for it.
This sounds like it's something that a Glad bag can fix, a sandwich bag.
All they're going to do is reseal it. They're going to take it back off, reseal it, and put it back on.
What production date?
That's the 2 years, 25 and 26.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's interesting. Recall that didn't really have a fix for it.
Speaking of, there's a silver Mustang sitting outside the studio. Dirtiest one I've ever seen in my life. Dirtiest Mustang ever. It's filthy.
Yeah. Because it also has 240,000 miles on it.
And you're using that as an excuse, Robert?
Yes. Can't give it a bath. The fenders might fall off.
And if you're a history buff, this might, affect you one way or another. After 70 years, Ford will demolish the iconic glass house, global headquarters in Dearborn.
Honestly, that does have a bit of an impact. I've been up there, and to know that they're going to take that down, yeah. But I'm sure they'll build something much more grand than what they had.
They already have the design of the second headquarters. It's this one is 12 stories and only holds 2,000 people. The new one is only going to be 4 stories, but they say it holds 4,000 occupants. It's going to hold 4,000. It's going to double the amount of occupants, employees.
Occupants.
Yeah.
But that's what nowadays they give you a cube space, where they've got four people share one cube.
Yeah, they're going to shorten the. Okay.
Yeah, that's how that works.
Working space. Yeah, you're in this closet and you're in that closet. It's still going to be in Dearborn, but it's where the track is at. Their test track.
Yeah, a test track.
Do you have any idea? Since you've been everywhere, I figured you know where that's at.
Yeah, I do. I've been up there.
So that's where they're actually moving the headquarters. It's all going to be one campus.
Yeah, it's and look, that's a nice layout. The whole thing's a very nice layout up there. So it'll be interesting to see what they come up with. But I mean, you have to say that building's just rectangular, and there's no shape, there's no fashion to it or anything. So I'm sure whatever they come up with will be pretty gorgeous.
Why do they call it the glass house? Is it all because it doesn't seem to be made of all glass?
Yeah, it didn't appear to be all glass to me. But
Randy, Google it.
I will Google it. Yeah. Yeah.
So the new building is going to be called the Henry Ford II World Center.
All right.
So, and last but not least, GM's has the recalls on the Corvette. Have you been seeing?
No.
Yeah. The gas fumes while you're at the gas pump. Yeah, gas fumes is getting too close to an electrical spark, and it's igniting. And there's videos now of people's Corvettes catching on fire at the gas pump.
I have seen that on somewhere.
Yeah. And they're telling people they need to bring these in immediately to get this fixed.
What's the production date on that?
Let's see what we got. These are all the new ones. They got to be within the last year or two. Yeah.
The C8s then?
Yeah, it's
They're the C8s.
23,000 Corvettes.
Yeah, but yeah, they've got pictures of them at the gas.
The recall applies for 23 to 26 Corvette models.
Well, thanks for letting the cat out of the bag.
Yeah. That is your automotive news.
Well, glad you brought some of that in here. What do we have going on in the way of automotive shows?
You mean upcoming events?
Well, what we just have, we just had TWCC last weekend.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff coming up. Remember this weekend too? This weekend we got Sunday at Pure Green.
You Pure Green this Sunday?
In Aldenbridge in the Woodlands from 9 to 11, owned by fellow Mustang enthusiasts Rick and Lisa.
Yeah, Rick will have his, he's got GT500. He'll have that out there.
Yeah, that's going to be a really nice little morning event.
And we have our friend Bill Sims of the Champions Hot Rod Car Club. They're in Spring, Texas. They're having October the 5th. It's a Sunday. And they are having a car show. It's sponsored by Gateway Classic Cars. And I'm trying to see if it's going to be at, let's see, the Angry Elephant, FM 1488 in Magnolia.
No earthly idea where the
I have
Angry
never heard of
Elephant is.
That's a kind of a political sports bar type restaurant where they have everything on the menu is named after presidents and
Yeah, they also have a special guest.
The political.
Just remember, the last guy to do that was some sort of burger place. Looks like you're illegal and got deported or certainly detained.
Well, they're having a special guest. He's a Delta Force. He was in Black Hawk Down, and he will be there.
Yeah, I think this is the second show that they've had it there at the Angry Elephant.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It's not a really huge parking lot, but I think the food's pretty good.
And this is in Rosenberg. This is October 11th. I think this has something to do with the Mustang Club of Houston, but it doesn't have their...
That is Mustang Club of Houston.
Is it?
Show. Yeah, that's their fall show at Legacy Ford.
Legacy Ford, but
I do know those guys.
It does support Steel Creek Ranch and Citizens for Animal Protection, so that is definitely a Mustang Club of Houston.
Well, I do see their logo in the upper right, but, that's a little hint.
Yeah. Take a look at that logo.
You were one of the founding members. You don't recognize their logo?
Every day there's a misprint on that logo.
Yeah, it looks like it might be in some sort of strange language, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And then we have the Hooters Car Show. It's going to be Saturday, September the 27th.
That's correct.
And that is going to be the Northside Mustang Car Club putting that on, and that is going to be in Humble. Let's see, it's going to be in 59 and 1960, actually, if you want to actually get to it.
I'll be getting to it because I know who'll be doing the announcing and the music. But out of curiosity, what time does it say the show is?
It says 11 a.m. to 2.
Yeah.
And then awards at 4.
So...
Okay. Registration 11 to 2.
Yeah.
Awards at 4.
I had to think this through.
That's an all-day thing.
Well,
you can only eat so many wings, but
the restaurant doesn't open till 11, so that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Starts a little late, but hey, those are my hours.
Yeah.
Finally, a show.
But you're going for the beer and the wings and the view anyway. So
I never know.
At least it's indoors and air conditioning, not like a black top parking lot, 95 degrees.
The cars will be outside.
Yeah.
But people will be inside.
I'll be outside.
You'll be inside.
No, I'll be outside.
I'm just kidding.
Now,
You can always run the wire through the door.
Maybe, yeah. We'll take the wireless mics inside. That's it.
And then we have the great big one coming up, Lone Star Motor Madness.
Wait a minute. Before you get to Lone Star Motor Madness, unless I'm mistaken, this coming Saturday over in Silsbee, Texas.
Well, this show won't be.
Yeah, you're right. This show will air after that. Well, still, I'm gonna mention it.
You're gonna go ahead and mention
the Wild Horse Mustang Club. Yeah,
and that's this Saturday.
That's this coming Saturday. Yes.
Okay. And did they get a replacement for the DJ?
They didn't. They didn't.
But also on the 27th.
And they're expecting co-hosts to show up for this.
Yeah.
Also on the 27th, the Woodlands Car Club was invited by the city in Tomball to participate in their Groove Festival, which is an event called Groove Fest. They're going to have live bands, the farmers market that morning, and we're having a display. About 15 to 25 cars come out, and they're going to award top 2 on stage at 2 o'clock. So from 11 to 2, we'll be out there, and then maybe we'll scoot on to Hooters after that. But tell everybody.
Are those hand-picked cars?
They're hand-picked.
15 to 20.
15 to 20. I've already got about 12 signed up, so
you only need about 2 or 3 more.
2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, because they're going to close down the whole street for us and do some special.
So they have to get a hold of just you in order to get in the show.
Yeah, people have been texting me the pictures of their car and RSVP only, so, but it'll be nice because it's just an honor to be thought of by the city of Tomball to participate with them.
Yeah.
So we're excited about that.
And speaking of honor, we have to congratulate her for her interview.
Oh man,
in the magazine.
Wasn't just the interview though. She's been on a roll here recently.
Yeah.
You did you were asked to speak at the college.
Yeah, the Lone Star College 30th anniversary.
And then wasn't there another college you were asked to speak or something else you were asked to do it?
Yeah, no, that was the Lone Star College.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then they did an article on you in was it Vantage magazine?
Voyage Houston.
Voyage.
Mm-hmm.
Voyage Houston. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just good.
It was a great write-up.
Great write-up. Picture was good too, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Good read.
Appreciate it. Thanks for all your support, though. Couldn't do it without you guys. So.
And a great picture.
Mm-hmm. Appreciated that.
Yeah, well, we're kind of a team here, so we got to have each other's back.
Yeah. I mean, the more exposure for us, the more exposure for the club and our causes, and us all working together for so long. So
that's the thing with all these shows. Everything that we've talked about so far is all going to charity.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
It all goes. to charity.
Let's get this.
But before that one, Robert, because that's in October.
No, that's November 1st.
Oh, that's November. Okay, so after the 27th, on the 28th, at Aldenbridge Sports Park, we got invited by the Woodlands Township for the Woodlands Car Club to have a car event. And it's a softball game, actually, between the firefighters and law enforcement. They do every year. This is the second year that we're doing a car element to it, which is a small show. So last year we had about 50 or 60 cars. They only thought about 20 would show up, but we had about 50, 60 cars show up. So it's off of Highway 242 this year. And we're going to just have a great turnout, I think. They got free hot dogs, hamburgers, while supplies last.
Where's this one at?
This is at the Aldenbridge Sports Park off of 242, September 28th from 4 to 7.
Oh my goodness. It's right in line with my hours.
Yeah, it's Sunday happy hour basically for cars.
Yeah,
it's Sunday about when I wake up.
Randy does not get up early.
Yeah, well, it's 4 p.m., so that's good.
Yeah,
4 p.m. works for me. So,
but anyway.
So after this, hot rods and home runs at Aldenbridge Park. Mm-hmm. And is there a website for this or a Facebook page or anything?
Yeah, they have an event page up on Facebook. So
okay, so they can get
under the Woodlands Township. So
under the Woodlands Township, and just look for hot rods and home runs.
Yep. And boots and badges.
Boots and badges.
Okay.
And then on November 1st,
the Lone Star Motor Madness Open Show. It's an open show for anything's welcome, and it's at Bull Salas Park in New Caney, and that goes from 9 a.m. to 12. To the awards are at 2, so it goes to 9 a.m. to 2.
That's always a good show.
That's a good show, and it's a good location, or at least the facility itself is incredible.
Yes, it has inside and outside displays
and plumbing,
covered.
and plumbing,
and covered. Yeah,
and they've got plumbing. That's right. Yeah, the plumbing comes in very handy. Yes. All right, we better get out of here and give some station recognition. This is Cruisin' Car Club Talk on Lone Star 104.5 and 106.1 FM, or for those of you who may have wandered outside our listening area, we can be streamed around the globe at irlonestar.com on YouTube and on Facebook. To get to our show specifically, we're at irlonestar.com/CCCT.
And we'll be right back with Donna and Henry.
Yes, we will.
Car enthusiasts of Conroe, FM 104.5 and 106.1 Lone Star Community Radio invites you to shift into gear every Monday from 1 to 2 with Cruisin' Car Club Talk with Robert and Randy for news on all things automotive in the greater Houston-Conroe area. Can't make a live show? We've got you covered. You can find all of our uncut content, including full episodes on Spotify, iTunes, Play Store, YouTube, Facebook, and irlonestar.com. Again, that's Mondays 1 to 2, Cruisin' Car Club Talk with Robert and Randy. See you there.
This is Cruisin' on Cruisin' Car Club Talk on Lone Star 104.5 and 106.1 FM. Or for those Globetrotters that have roamed outside the streaming area or the broadcast area, we can be found at irlonestar.com, on YouTube or on Facebook. We are back with guests this time. Dana, Robert, who do we have in the studio with us?
We have Donna, Jean, and Henry. I'm going to let you pronounce your last name because I butcher last name.
Deshazer.
Deshazer.
I had the Deshazer part down, and I just met him in the lobby.
I wanted to hear from her.
Okay. All right. Now you've been told.
Okay. Yeah. I seen the videos at Chick-fil-A and saw your display and was very, very impressed with that. And you have a very unique collection.
Yes, we do.
I read on the website that one of your requirements is it have to be pretty.
Oh, yes.
And I want to tell you, they are. The colors, I'm sure those are repaints, right?
They're what now?
Repaints?
Repaints, yeah.
Yes.
Most all of them.
They did a great job.
Yeah.
I love the colors. I love the whole collection. And if you went for pretty, you got that.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We have one that's
Thank you.
and we've been working on for 5 years. She's not pretty. It's like putting lipstick on a pig and just
But
commission
the cars came to us in many different ways. From I've got in our collection is a 1951 Chevrolet convertible, first car I ever owned, and her first car that kind of got us together was a 1965 Mustang, which she raised 2 boys on.
Yeah.
And so that's the personal part of it. She just mentioned a 59 Thunderbird that belonged to her brother who has passed away. So some of our cars are attachments
Right.
through love,
Yeah.
and then pretty is second.
And when y'all both met, y'all were both pretty much car enthusiasts. Is that something y'all had in common?
We didn't even realize it when we met, but that became the thing that tied us, that connected us.
Connected it.
Yeah, we'd love to know how you each got started. Just the enthusiasm part of it,
Right.
growing up or whatnot. And then,
Whoa, wait a minute.
yes.
Now, I'm interested in how they met each other.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's coming next. That's why I wanted to know individually how they got into it and then how they met.
Let me shut up. I'll let you lead on this.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now go ahead. Individually, just growing up, enthusiast-wise, how did you get into it, and then how you met?
You know, growing up, I wasn't into. I had a 51 Chevrolet convertible, which I loved, but it wasn't at that point in time, it wasn't a car to be collected. To me.
Yeah, it was a necessity at the
drive
time. Right.
to meet of course, I'm 84 years old, so at that point in time that I had that car, it was like in the middle of the 1950s.
Right.
And so now that's how I wound up with a car that I could talk to her about when we met in 2017. So we've been together 8 years now.
Yeah. Yeah. And so my car was a 1965 Ford Mustang, straight 6, just plain, single parent of 2 boys. They were 13 and 15. We saw the car on the side of the road. We really did not have a lot of money, but I just knew that car would bring us a lot of satisfaction. It would bring us close together. And my ex-husband, their dad, that's what he done. He restored cars. And everybody was like, well, how do you know about cars? Well, first off, a kindergartner could really restore a 65 Mustang. It's got an owner's manual with it. And there's a place downtown called John's Mustang.
Oh, yeah.
You can buy anything and everything. And that's back when John owned it. Now someone else owns it. And the kids and I, we would be so excited. We'd save our money for this or that and go down to John's Mustang and tell him we wanted this part, and he'd go get it and bring it
Big
to us.
family event was to go get the new part.
Oh, yes. And we have a book of how the car started out.
Yeah.
And it's a really funny story of how we bought it, but the kids just fell in love with it. Needless to say, they went to private Christian school, and everybody was like, what are you buying a car for? They're 13 and 15. They don't even have a learner's permit. But, if I didn't entertain my kids, someone else would. So I thought, this is really going to be fun. And it really was. They would make list of things that they wanted to do with the car. But I would get up on Saturday morning to the smell of Clorox. I'd be like, what are they doing? I'd go out in the driveway, and we'd go through a gallon of bleach a week because they would bleach that car. And I'd say, I'm not real sure that's good for the paint job. They loved it. We went on to restore the inside of it ourselves, got to know John from John's Mustang very well. Every time we'd buy something, it's a long way down there. And I was terrible with directions, so it was a little trip. We'd say, are you sure this is for a 65? He'd say,
because you don't want to drive back.
Yes. And after a while, he got to know us real well, because kids would come in with little lists of things they would save up their money to buy. And he'd start off by saying, I'm going to give you the right part. Okay. We just didn't want to drive back. And I bought parts from him since. It's not the same now that someone else owns it, but it was nice when I thought it was family owned.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you still have that Mustang today?
I still have it today. I have quite an album of how it started out.
Yeah, I was going to ask. You had two teenagers, and the car survived them.
Oh yes, oh yes. They treated that car like royalty, though. When they got older, being a single parent, it was easier for me to afford to buy a new vehicle than a used vehicle because, I could budget that, and you couldn't budget a couple months with no
Repair.
payment, and then a huge repair. So the first car, they both went to public school around the 8th and 9th grade, and that was their first car they drove. But that car was like royalty, no hot rod, and it's a straight 6. You can't hot rod a straight 6. But I told them, I said, trust me, it'll be great driving a 65 Mustang.
Did they fight over it when they turned 16?
Not really. No.
Who got to drive it, though?
Stephen got to drive it first. Jason, my youngest, he passed away when he was 21, but he loved the car. He drove the car second, and Stephen was a naggy. He was just a naggy driver. Jason would head for a mailbox. He did that when he started riding his bike. It'd be like, mailbox, me, And so my oldest son made him nervous for driving the car. And finally I said, Jason, it's our car. Worst case scenario, you hit something, we'll just save up for a year to have it fixed. It wasn't like we could just go out. So he learned to drive it. As a matter of fact, the year that he passed away, a year or two before that, he said, Mom, I love the car, but it's a Ford. And when you have to warm it up. And so he was always afraid it was going to go dead at a stop sign or at a red light. And so we've paid this guy less, worked on all of our cars. And I said, whatever it takes to make the car where it won't die.
Right.
I was on my way to Alabama, and he called me, and he goes, well, I'm up to 1,200. I said, does the car die? He goes, no. I said, that's enough for me. Anything else, we'll finish. We knew how to do the basic stuff. And so filled it up full of gas, parked it in the garage, and we had a golf cart as well. And after he passed away, I got in the car, and it was on empty. And I was like, wow, and how did that happen? And then I started, getting in touch with all of his friends, and saw in the garage there was Sharpie marks. He'd have all his friends over, take him for a ride. They said he was the pickiest person to ride with. You had to get in the car, not touch a thing, and be real quiet. Nobody knew why you had to be quiet. And he said, then we had to get out and park the car right back in the same spot. And to me, I thought, wow, I would have enjoyed hearing those stories.
Yeah.
They enjoyed that car, and they all love antique cars, classic cars now because of that car. And so they never really fought over the car, though. Stephen would like to tell you that him and I rebuilt it, and that's probably true, but Jason was always our mediator. Sometimes Stephen would say, this is too hard, let's put it in a let's put it in the shop. No, I bought this car for us to learn about it. And so Jason didn't want to see us argue. He would do crazy things like putting a box on his head, so he would entertain us to get us off of the subject of arguing. But the car, it turned out great.
That's good.
We restored it twice as best we could, as cheap a paint job as we could afford. And then after Hank and I got together, now it's restored back to like it looks like it just drove off of a showroom.
That's nice. What a story.
Yeah.
What was the first car that y'all actually bought together, you and Henry?
A 57 T-Bird.
No, we bought the 65 Mustang, 64 and a half Mustang first. Yeah.
You're right.
But that was for my birthday.
Yeah. Yeah.
And where did y'all get that at?
The Mustang performances off of
290.
yeah.
Okay.
He's just a guy. He gathers up 7 or 8 Mustangs. Just got a little body shop, does a little work, and then
Now,
just
I
flips
think
them.
I've seen the Facebook page of that.
Yeah. He's a pretty nice guy.
I was wondering if y'all were going to like Barrett Jackson or Meekum auctions or like that, just searching. No?
Not really. Hank's very good about searching the internet, and he's very brave, I might say, too, because I like to go see and touch and drive my cars. I have bought a car off of a website before. I bought him a 56 T-Bird, and
That was a birthday present also.
yeah, that was a birthday present to him, but kind of, I had a 56.
Well, we have the website up here. Maybe you could tell us a little bit about this. Also, we also wanted to talk about Pinky. Also, y'all got Pinky.
Of course.
So Pinky's what caught my attention in the pictures that were on Facebook.
It's a pink Mustang.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I knew Pinky before.
So you knew her probably when Horace Collum owned it.
Yep.
Yes, right.
I knew Pinky probably before y'all knew Pinky. So
Yeah, we really got to know Horace before we bought that car.
he's a great guy. Great
Yes, he's got it.
There it is, right there.
He's redoing another one, and he called me and he said, "I've told my wife if I die." So we now just this car show we have taken the blue off the wheels. Oh, Horace told me how little he drove that car.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
I
yeah.
was like, you're kidding. Because if I buy that car, I'm going to drive it. All of my cars are drivers.
Yeah,
But I found myself not driving it that much. She's beautiful. We do take her to car shows, but because we have all the other cars that she blends in. So no one, even though last year I started to go into the expense of making each car an art crafted board telling you about them. And then in the back seat of her sits a shadow box with the signed sun visor from 1967 Playboy Bunny of the Year.
Yeah.
A few other things. I like talking about all my cars. And like I say, she blends in as the pastel colors. One guy this year said he's missed her. He knew her when Horace Collum had her. And he said, I wondered where she went. He asked me if he could do a photo shoot of her.
We all have, actually. We've all missed her. Because she spent a lot of time out at shows. I mean, she was a complete restoration. I guess you're aware of how she got to Texas.
Yes, we know. Yeah, we know the story. We talked to him months and months before we.
Yeah, he was actually trying to compete in the Concords.
Yes.
And there were certain things like the leaf springs. The leaf springs were painted black. Well, he found out at the Concord show that they were supposed to be phosphated.
Yeah.
So he didn't win. And let me tell you, that upset him. And the first thing that got done to that car was those things that got phosphated. So yeah, that he was that particular about getting everything just right. So I know that what condition that's a Concord type car.
Yeah. But you were talking about how little he drove it. He when he went to the Playboy Mansion, he was going to push it.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Oh no, you got to drive it in here." It about killed him to start that car.
It did. Yeah. Oh yes. And because he didn't start it and drive it, it was perfect. It all everything was perfect on it. But we made a few minor adjustments so we can drive it.
Sure.
But yeah.
Mechanical stuff doesn't last if you don't drive it.
Yeah, I was just going to say they don't like to sit at all.
No, that's the worst thing that you can do for them is have them sit. Yeah.
On your 3 T-Birds up there, which Which ones have you had the most, the longest?
Rose is one of the second ones we bought, 57, and she has personalized plates.
On the left.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Her name is Rose. Her license plate says Rose. We bought her in Round Rock, and I like the adventure of going somewhere, buying a car, and driving it home.
Yep.
Hank, on the other hand, would rather have it trailered home because he says it's hot. That one he did let me drive home. All the others we've had.
Following you in an air-conditioned car.
Yes, that's true. Yes, but she starts no matter what. She's just a perfect car. We've had her probably for maybe 7 or 8 years now, and never really had anything major done to her. But she is, and
So how often do y'all take them out? Do y'all take them out once a week, once a month?
we go and try to start them once a week.
Once a week?
Before
Try to.
before Hank's stroke, as you notice, the garages are very nice.
Right.
We have a maid crew at home, but at the garages, I'm the maid crew. And I love to mop the floors. I like for them to be clean. We've had a lot of parties out there, white tablecloth events. I mean, just nice parties. So usually I'll mop while Hank takes the car. There's a right road circle. He'll take the cars out for a drive while I'm back cleaning the garage. And then at the end, we'll both go for a ride inside.
And what is that, a 55 Porsche?
It is. It's a replica.
Okay.
That's a replica.
It
Wow.
is. So I was shocked this year that it won the car show, a replica. And, I thought, well, did I put that out?
Well, there's not that many originals out there anymore.
And they're very, very expensive. And we found out just because she had a problem this year at the car show, the people that made her, they only made 548. So
It has a Subaru engine in it.
Interesting.
It drives like a new car because it's a replica and it is a new car.
And it's so fun to drive because the motor's in the back. So you just feel like you're just blowing it out, going around town, Has a cool sound to it.
It's a beautiful car.
It is.
I love it. We fell in love with the bathtub Porsche. I have a son that he's into cars too, but he's more into fast cars, Ferraris and
Oh, you got with the 12-cylinder Jag.
Yes.
It's a Jaguar.
Jaguar.
Now that.
Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes the high dollar cars like that, I say belongs to Hank. They belong to both of us. But,
Yeah. That's starting to be very desirable to collect. A lot of collectors are out there looking for those.
it's probably gaining in value, it more so than any other car we have.
Oh, okay. I can see that.
I had it.
And they have a very beautiful, distinct sound. Talked about exhaust.
Yeah. I had a 95 Jag. It was an XJ, but it was the Vanden Plas. So you name the feature, it had it in there.
The Ford? Is that?
It was actually just before Ford bought them, the 95. I think Ford bought them at the end of 95, something like that. But, people talk about the trouble, the problem they have with it. I never had a problem with mine.
Yeah.
The only thing is, when you replace anything on those,
they're expensive.
that's expensive.
They're replacing something on it now. I'm not sure what it is. Maybe the 2 front brakes or something. But yeah, they're a little. And it's hard to find a good mechanic.
And your Corvette collection is very impressive also. I love the Corvette.
The split window is absolutely.
Yeah, you got a split window in there, right here.
63 split window, of course, is probably the most popular and most desired. But I love the 67, the yellow Corvette.
Right.
I think the 67.
The 67 has what motor in it?
Nice.
Is it the big block or is this motor? Okay. Well, the stories on the 63, the split windows.
Yeah.
When they came out, people didn't like the 63 split windows. And so when the 64 came out with the full window, everybody that had the 63s replaced them.
Huh.
So you couldn't tell when you were buying a 63 if it was a real 63 or not, if it had the full window.
They had a kid.
Because they had a kid and they had it replaced.
A lot of people, because they had trouble seeing out,
Yeah, they couldn't see out backing up.
modify it, and change the rear window.
Yeah. Now it's one of the rarest cars out, one of the rarest Corvettes out there. Yeah.
You know, the 62 Corvette was painted by Randy with Paint House, if y'all are familiar with him.
Yeah.
So we're trying to commission him to paint 3 more cars. We want the Corvette, you know, painted by Randy because, you know, now he has patented his colors.
I was going to say, that's one of his colors.
That's one of his colors, yes. Right now it's Apple Randy Red.
Is that what they call it now? Yeah.
No, not that one. I'm not sure exactly what that one is, but Randy, I knew him back when he was just a young man, self-taught. You know, he didn't go to any fancy schools. But we went over and we were going to have him paint Hank's 51 because I said, I'd like to have another car painted by him. And it was going to be a year waiting list, and then he was going to keep the car for a year. I said, Randy, find me somebody that has a car that you've painted and that wants to sell it. So that's how we got that one.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. Yes. Instead of waiting for the year.
Yes. But now we've been talking to him the last couple of days. He's going to come out. We want him to paint the yellow Corvette, the Camaro, and the split window. He says, so why are y'all wanting me to paint these cars? Are they a problem? No, actually, they're very nice cars. My husband just wants 3 cars painted by him. So
that are the quality. If you can back up to that 62.
The 62 Mustang, the maroon, painted by Randy.
The convertible?
The
sound like that one.
There it is. There's one. That car, the story on that car is that
that's the Camaro.
Okay.
There was a hurricane came through Florida, and this car was underwater.
The Vet, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
The 62 Vet. It was underwater. And the guy was his father-in-law owned it and told him that he could have it if he could get it out.
Okay.
So the guy, he got it out.
Do everything I can to get it out.
And then he went crazy.
Yeah.
And I think he spent somewhere between $400,000 and $500,000 on that car.
Oh, wow.
Oh, man.
Wow.
It's the only thing about that 62 Corvette that is a 62 Corvette is the body. The frame is different. Motor's different.
Everything's been replaced. Well, the interior and color combination is beautiful. And everything blends really, really good.
It's Italian leather, and really all you have to do is pull up to a car show, and you got first place.
Oh, yeah, pretty much, I would say so.
So the last 2 car shows, we won with that car. And my husband said this year, Donna, I don't think you should take the Corvette. It's already won. And I was like, that's my ace in the hole. But I, through some older men that came by and talked to us about our car collection, it was odd that the replica Porsche won, and I made sure that I put that on the sign, even though it's a beautiful car. And if you wasn't a car enthusiast, you might look at it and not know that it was a replica. You'd really have to go through some detail to find out. But all you have to do is drive the Corvette to a car show.
So how many car shows do you all attend?
We do one in Magnolia every year. We've done a couple of the Nifty 50s. Not as many as we'd like. We've got now a guy helping us, and we just recently bought an enclosed car trailer. So the Woodlands Church is always asking us to come over, so I've signed us up for 2 of those. It's just hot at car shows.
Oh, yeah.
And we're old.
Yeah.
That's why we do our little display in the morning.
Yeah.
It's short and sweet.
I love to do the Chick-fil-A because that's the time that I'll plug for Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. Pinky was displayed.
Yeah.
At Houston Livestock Show. I remember that. My kids were young when we saw that. Never dreaming in a million years I'd own that. Okay? But a lot of my team members help us to put this car show on, and so we have cameras out at the garages, and to see 20 people surround the garages, start backing out cars, start getting them ready. It's a team effort, and so when they get to the car show, it's a lot to set up. We don't just park the cars. We have a tent for breast cancer awareness, a tent for the regular cars. We give out swag bags and water and a lot of stuff. And it takes a lot to set it up. And this year, we really...
It's couples and kids.
Yeah. Y'all have what y'all call the drive team?
Drive squad, yeah.
Drive squad, okay.
How do you find those people?
Well, I volunteer for the Houston Rodeo. I'm on transportation, and every year I train rookies. And if it's a good rookie, I try to cross them over into our drive club. But originally, the way we started that was a good couple that I work with at the rodeo lost their son, and just kind of a sad situation. They also have 2 kids that works with me at the rodeo, and so we were just trying to think of something that we could do for them. And so we did. We sent our driver down to pick them up. They live in Katy, brought them out to the garage. And that was the first time we'd ever just opened up the garage and said, we're going to let people drive our cars, because that's a big thing.
That's a big thing.
Becky, she is so picky.
The back of my shirt says boss for a reason.
Does about a 4-hour interview, I think.
I like to have them young and where they're a little bit scared of me too.
But my banker is a driver.
Yeah.
I have a doctor that's a driver.
Yeah.
So
they all still have to drive, except we have 2 pilots. And one of our younger drivers, he says I showed him how to drive the Mustangs, a few Corvette or a few T-Birds that was automatic. And then at the last minute, somebody's grandson said, could they do it? A good friend of ours. And we said, yeah, we'd let them drive the 64.5 Mustang. Well, that only left this 72 Eldorado Cadillac for little Evan to drive. And I said, Evan, so I had to give your Mustang away. Would you mind driving one of the Cadillacs over in the other garage? He goes, I don't even know what that is, but I'll try. He looked so small driving that car. He says, Donna, it's like I drove a house down the road, so, but just letting, and from there, we just decided we can't drive all these cars, and it is terrible to let them sit.
Sure it is.
So we just thought, we're going to do this.
So you actually put on the event in Magnolia?
They put us down as sponsors because immediately I buy 25 spots. This year we didn't use 25 spots. We bought a military honors Jeep for my brother-in-law that has traveled all over the United States, had vets sign it. And so that was the first year, 2021, that we done the car show. So they just put us down as sponsors, I think, because we buy so many spots.
Sure.
Right.
But really, realistically, you're a participant.
Yes, we are.
But when you bring the cars out, I mean, obviously, you love the cars. You enjoy seeing the cars, looking at the cars. It's not about them sitting in your private collection here as much as the love of the cars, I'm assuming.
Yes,
right?
It is. So
when you bring them out, you're wanting other people to see them and enjoy them as well, right? Yes. And is everything you're doing when you do attend a show, it's for a charity cause? Is that?
Yes. Our webpage, we sell nothing on our webpage. This year, we have a 72 split window or 72 Volkswagen van that's pink. And that was part of it. And we opened the doors and we bought it from a museum, so it's just immaculate, And I said, well, really, we want young people to get involved. And then plus we have all these great volunteer drivers. So for the first hour, the van just stayed shut up and you could see people going by it and looking in it. And I thought, wow, I mean, nothing is irreplaceable. Let's just open this thing up. And I bet within an hour, I'd taken 50 pictures of everybody getting in it. And, they were like, oh, thank you so much. They want to know if they could donate something. And we were like, not really. We want your kids to like this. Like, say, his doctor joined us this year, and he had a 5-year-old son that was just loved Corvettes. And so I had to move some drivers around so him and his son could drive the yellow Corvette. And the constables helps us out with it.
Having the different cars, have you all noticed how the younger kids, I'm talking about young kids, 5-year-old or whatever, will gravitate to one car or another? They at the very young age, and when I used to put my car in, I'd noticed they would gravitate to the Camaros or the Mustangs or whatever. Yeah. Have you all noticed that as well? Yeah.
I believe that our cars are 1950 to 1970, okay? And so that is a time frame that I grew up in, and Donna was a few years later, but It is. The kids love. I'd love to be able to show the picture here of Bar Horse's son.
Well, it's on the website. You can click on the website. It'll show the pictures of the car show. I think
you bring up
kids likes the color and the accessibility to our cars. When you go to car shows, you see somebody's got an elaborate, and I think that's why people don't always recognize Pinky, because she's used to being in an elaborate set.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Where she is
Closed off and
yes. I don't.
Although I've been in a parking lot with her at a taco cabana, so
She's done some great car shows, but I think the kids gravitate to the color of them.
Right.
They're just all, they're all approachable.
Yeah.
And I'm doing the swag bags and stuff. It attracts attention and does things, but it's that we make the cars approachable. We want the kids to enjoy it, and now that doesn't mean that I'm going to let a kid go crazy in the car.
Yeah.
Most of the time they're kind of shy.
Don't jump in it.
Yeah, but the van this year got a lot of attention. And the kids loved it.
With y'all living in Magnolia, I'm sure y'all know the Tony Golo Museum.
Yes, that's where we got the bar at, was from Tony.
Okay.
the ice cream bar.
Yeah.
And you got that since he's passed away?
No, before he passed.
Before he passed away.
We actually got to meet him and go through his car collection, and it was, wow.
Yeah, isn't it? Yeah.
It is. And the fact that
What's going to happen to it? Do y'all know?
We have no idea. One minute they're saying that they're going to sell it. The next minute they're saying they're going to keep it. It raises money for their foundation, Golo Christmas for Kids. And I think the daughter is still in charge of that. And so I think they're still trying to keep it together for that.
yeah,
But I know.
I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I love going there and seeing all of them, and he has
Almost 200 cars.
yeah.
almost
It was 254 cars.
I was going to say 250 because when we met him, but he had told us he wanted them to go to charity. One child didn't need that many cars.
Right.
But he had his dad's barbershop disassembled and put in there.
Yes.
He had his mother's Sunday school disassembled and put in. It's just like, it was amazing what he could get in that space
Yeah.
in his property.
Yeah.
And, he decorated it all for Christmas. That was,
And then to drive by at Christmas, trying to see him out there wandering around with the people, just enjoying them being there.
He was a great guy.
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
so I fell in love with a bar, and it was as much as a car. And I was like, I think I'd rather buy a car, baby. And but it really adds to the garage.
It does, yeah. You got Betty Boop back there.
Yeah, we like Betty Boop. We have Donald Trump. We have a lot of things. We also have Marilyn Monroe on the wall. Have a lot of memorabilia that we had, and then we own a home in the Hill Country. So there's some places up there we shop for things. It's way out in Magnolia. You'd never, and I say,
Well, you could spend a small fortune just filling up the garage with the displays, right?
oh yes, for sure.
Especially with the neon, if you do neon lights and stuff like that.
We have a lot of those, yeah.
Hey, we're going to be pushing our time limit
Okay.
on the show. So how do people find the website?
They can go to DeshazerClassicCars.com,
And how do they spell Deshazer?
DESHAZER, ClassicCars.com.
Okay. And this is a private collection, so this is nothing anybody's going to come over and tour or anything like that. But you do bring the cars out to a couple of shows a year.
We do. We want to start bringing them out more. You just have to have somebody that will help you. So now through the years, you find different people. But we found a guy that worked for Gateway Classics. We sell some cars there sometimes, and we bought some from them. So he's young enough that he can help us go to car shows.
Okay. And something I always do, and I know better this time, but I'm going to do it anyhow.
no phone numbers or anything. Website.
If people want to call, do you have a cell phone number or something that they can?
It's Randy. It's
No.
website.
Henry, you're the first one to just say no.
Okay.
You're the first one.
I'm saying no. Website.
The other people stumble and bumble quite a bit before they get to that.
But somehow, I guess you talked to Horace. That's how you got my telephone number.
No, actually, through the website. I messaged you on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Yep, and I gave you my number first.
Oh, that's right.
I said, you can call me.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't thank you enough just for
Yeah,
coming
we
in
really
and discuss
appreciate it.
your
It's a
collection.
beautiful collection.
And kind of how you got into it, how you basically love the cars and love seeing them and love having people see them.
And something y'all can do together, too. It's really great.
And it brings a lot of joy.
We still do it today. We'll go to the garages 2 or 3 times a week, and she'll mop the floors. And I'll lay down and take a nap, and so it's a good exercise.
It works out well
Yeah.
as a team event, right?
Yes. Well, if you're feeling bad, and we talked to our mechanic about this. He said, "What y'all do today?" And I said, "We just are my siblings. What y'all do today? We just went out to the garage. What do y'all go out there for?" Well, can you feel bad sitting around all those cars?
You just can't.
You just can't, and the biggest thing though is really getting people involved and letting them drive the cars. Let them know that they're not untouchable cars. That's why I think the kids like our cars. The color, and we painted some of them to match. The 55 Porsche, we bought it white. Our 55 T-Rover, we bought it white, and I wanted teal, so we painted it teal. We bought a white Mustang. I wanted a red Mustang, so we painted it red.
Yeah, I saw the red 67 or 68.
It's a 64 and a half. It's a Survivor.
I didn't see that one, so.
It's a red convertible. It has pony interior. You bought it for a little of nothing, but it's a Survivor. It's not had anything done to it. It's power steering, factory air. That's it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I name all my cars. That one's Cousin It because I don't know if it's a boy or a girl. But she turned out, she was just a yucky white, and she turned out beautiful.
That's a pretty car. And you've got the pony package, so you've got the running ponies on the back of the seats there. Yeah.
That was important to us, Yeah.
Well, guys, thanks again for coming in.
Yes, thank you so much.
Time and to discuss your collection here.
We could sit and do this for hours.
Yeah.
That's
We
why I don't
certainly
like.
could talk about cars for hours.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
That's why I don't like to do the swag bags. People say no. Let the ladies do that. I want to be out talking to people about my cars.
Yeah.
I love them.
Yeah.
So thanks for having us.
Yes, thank you again. So we've got Donna, Jean, and Henry Deshazer.
Yes.
And we appreciate you taking time to come into Cruisin Car Club Talk. And that's it for this episode of Cruisin Car Club Talk. I'm Randy Weldon. That's Robert Helmer. Got Dana Pritchard over here. Got the Deshazers with us. And hidden back in the safe room / sound booth is our sound engineer and producer, Dick Schischler. He locks himself in. He doesn't like to be out here where he can take a beating. So we are broadcasting from the studios on Lone Star Community Radio at 104.5 and 106.1 FM. We're also streaming worldwide at irlonestar.com on Facebook and on YouTube. Robert, how do they get specifically to our show if they go to the internet?
Cruisincarclubtalk.com.
No, you're talking about the website. I'm saying the show it's irlonestar.com /CCCT.
That's your half. Okay. Thank you for zooming in.
Zooming in.
Cruising in.
Cruising in. There you go.
Cruisin Car
See how
Club Talk
professional we are?
Yes.
is a show to inform, educate the community on local car shows and the events and within the Montgomery County and surrounding areas.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yes.